easygoing one. So there's no problem if you would like to have your breakfast together with the class, no problem, okay? So for the Muslim student, before I start with the class, let's reciting Ummul Kitab Al-Fatihah. Bismillah. Okay, okay class, how do you feel? Resume back to the online class, the things that I don't like the most. How about you guys, student? You like it or no, the online class? Yeah. Before I start by introducing the CNI just would like to remind you, we already set up the test time, okay? It will be conducted week 14. So I hope that no excuses because we already booked, because CNI basically we got many students in for the whole section. So therefore Dr. Radin Maya already booked the venue of the test. So I hope that you guys are available. I'm so sorry for delaying the class this morning just because I just picked up my laptop and then suddenly today, this morning, the laptop is hanging since very early in the morning. So I got to find my friend's laptop lah, because many students is already WhatsApp me. But yeah, I'm so sorry, some of the text I could not respond because I'm busy trying to find laptop for getting you guys. Okay. If you got any problems, you can text personally to me or through the WhatsApp group. If you would like to text personally, please introduce yourself. Unless you are my PAK, I got your number. But if you are from my class, maybe I do not know you, alright? Okay guys, CNI, basically you need to score because this subject is an easygoing subject. There is no problem. So basically we got 4 section. I will represent section 2. I hope that everybody know me. So once we resume back, when you came back week 7, right? After Hari Raya. Okay? When we resume back after Hari Raya, insyaAllah I will meet you guys in the class. So we do have Associate Professor Dr. Radin Maya as our class coordinator, and my team, Prof. Eslina and Associate Prof. Dr. Zawi also will be conducted other section. So as an engineer, as a civil engineer, why do you think you got to learn on CNI? Why do you think? Is it part and parcel to be an engineer and then you got to learn CNI? So my class, normally I will call your names. Wait, I got to find your name first. Registered student now is already 60. So I will pick in jumble when I call upon you. Ahmad Muzaffar, are you in the class? Muzaffar? Yes. As a civil engineer, Muzaffar, why do you think we force you to understand something on creative and innovation? Why? Boleh jawab bahasa Melayu sebab no problem. Kenapa Muzaffar?
To provide solution kepada problem yang berlaku.
Provide solution. And then Angeline, beside providing solution, apa lagi Angeline? Why do you think you got to learn CNI part and parcel of passing the compulsory subject? But actually, university we have our target. By putting the CNI, why? Why do you think, Angeline? Angeline, kenapa? Jangan stres pagi-pagi saya memang tanya sebab saya tak nampak muka you kan. So I got to ask. Kenapa Angeline kena belajar CNI? Angeline rasa Muzaffar tadi dah share satu. So in your perspective as a civil engineer, kenapa you kena belajar CNI?
For future innovation.
Yeah. Along the COVID kan, Angeline, we got to learn a lot. As a civil engineer, you got to be more creative, right? For your future, you cannot predict what will happen in the future. Very, very, especially over the COVID, right? You cannot go to work, but you need to monitor your project. If you're not creative, how? Very hard, right? So basically, CNI is to make all students could think in more critical manner. When you work, actually, daily tasks, you got a lot of problems. But you got to, when you have problem, you got to solve one by one, and prioritize your problems. All right, prioritize your problem and think one by one, so that when you think certain tasks are very quite easy, and then certain tasks look very hard. Therefore, the more harder task is it, you need to be more creative. Example dalam kelas saya ni ada orang Johor, orang Batu Pahat. Wah, semua tak ngaku What happened at Batu Pahat in the past few weeks, in the last 2 weeks? What happened? Banjir terbenung kan? That make you cannot resume back to campus. So as a civil engineer, your project is under construction. You like it or no, that project is already settled, meaning that over the flooding season, your project is not yet finished. So when as soon as the flooded resume, you need to be more creative to ensure that at what phase your project is in, it won't disturb or interfere the task that you. Contohnya kan, you tengah buat footing. You buat groundwork kan, you buat foundation, you tengah buat footing. Tapi Balik Raja hari tu tenggelam agak lama It's about 1 week. It's starting from, I still remember, hari Rabu air dah mula naik, and then it takes about 1 week, and then that particular water seems not to moving, and then kalau you tengah buat footing, so selepas habis banjir, you kena make sure the footing is okay. So macam mana nak make sure? So that, in the class, maybe your lecturer already teach you the basic concept, but when you work, you should be able to do the task in a real time solution. So bila ada footing, apakah dia investigation you nak kena buat to ensure that design you asal you letak macam mana selepas banjir, adakah main structure yang you dah design tu ada pergerakan ke, ada apa yang you kena semak, supaya, because footing is the foundation kan, kalau you tak betul-betul and then you continue with the next structure, so that structure is more prone to a more dangerous punya ni lah. You faham why we are asking you to learn CNI, because today engineer you got to be more creative. Itu untuk hadapi daily punya cabaran accidental, like macam bencana. Yang kedua, you got to be more creative. Why? Because nowadays technology develop very, very fast. IR4 and then IR5, the technology develop very, very fast. We are here at UTHM already teach you the basic, but when you work later, monitoring the project using normal, and then you could run the drone, and then the establish of the drone pun akan ada banyak from time to time. The drone technology is already moving forward as well. So jurutera awam juga mestilah berupaya untuk in line with the technology development. Faham Any question? Faham tak sebagai jurutera awam kenapa you kena belajar CNI? Betul, I want you to pass the subject, but in reality no work you can say that an easy work. All work have challenge. When you have challenge, you got to think it in a critical manner. Because why you need the critical manner? Because we want the solution more faster. So yang ini adalah these are the compositions of the civil engineering, right? You guys, you already went through most of the subject, And then basically before I further, my background was in environmental. So when it's come to the asking on the CNI, completing the subject on environment, inshallah I could answer, but basically for other things maybe I do not know in detail. So when from year one up to now you already completing certain of the subject, right, in civil engineering. So this course basically 2 hours. We should start by 10, but so sorry today, just because my laptop is hanging until now, is still hanging. So I got to start by 11, but by next week I will get back to the normal schedule where we will start by 10. So at this point of time, I hope that each of the student must understand what is the basic ideas behind the CNI. Okay. So online class, I believe all the students already noticed that we will conduct an online class from week 1 up to week 6 because we got no choice. The last event in Johor Parit Raja is hardly most of the housing area at Parit Raja is already is on flooded, and then we actually UTHM actually occupied as PPS. Hostel were already occupied as the PPS, and then last week setelah PPS tutup adalah ditempatkan juga sukarelawan. So you guys have to know actually I don't love to teach online because I do not know now whether you guys kalau saya tanya Azmi buat apa sekarang Azmi? Telinga kanan dengan kiri dengar saya cakap ke satu telinga letak handphone letak earphone? Azmi Ahmad ada tak?
Ada.
Ada betul ke Azmi ni?
Ya, saya. Saya bro.
Okay, Chan Kili, are you listening?
Yes.
Chan, are you in the class?
Yes.
That's why I've been teaching at UTHM since 2001. So very long, but I don't love the online just because I could not have the bonding with the student. I do not know basically the student is with me or no. But when it's resumed back week 7 to week 14, then I know. If you are not with me in the class, I will go around and just stay beside you to ensure that you are in the class, okay? By right also, even though you are in online class, your attendance should be 80% lah. And then I believe this one you already understand very well. So this is also due to the OBE. This subject we have the learning outcome. So the first learning outcome is to ensure that the student are able to formulate solution. Because why we want you to formulate solution? As a civil engineer, from day to day, you got to solve many problems accordingly. Engineer awam, where you guys will work? Chan tadi dah sekejap lepas Chan tak nak alphabet, saya pergi ke Dan Lily. Engineer awam biasanya akan bekerja di mana? Di sektor apa? Dan Lily, are you in the class? Dan ada tak? You akan bekerja di mana? Kalau swasta di mana kan?
Kalau swasta akan kerja dekat also dekat site.
Okay, site kan, dekat site, betul. Okay, basically major work of civil engineer. Okay, thank you Gan. Alright, the major work of civil engineers, one, of course some of you may be working as the government servant, as engineer. Second, maybe you are working as in a private sector. In the private sector, actually you will segregate in a few areas. One is in consultant firm. Consultant buat apa? You will involve in the design. From time to time, a lot of design you will handle according to the project that you deal. You akan buat project bersama main con atau subcon, but when it's come to the consultant, you kena design. Yang kedua, you akan bekerja, kalau Gan kata bekerja kat site, inside also, on site also, you can work with the contractor. Okay? The contractor also, you have the main con of the subcontractor that will do different job. Okay? So, and dekat site biasanya you akan aja project manager atau construction manager lah kan. And that you might also can work with the developer. So these are the three main areas in private sector that you will join. So in joining these three areas, actually a lot of problems from day to day, whether you like it or no. If you could not think in a critical manner, I believe you will see that the work is very hard to you. So macam mana you nak berfikir kritikal? Satu, you ada superior dekat tempat kerja. So you got to learn how your superior perform the task, and then when your superior perform the task, kita sebagai manusia bila kita tengok ni, kita sama ada tulis, dengar ataupun you have to jot down in a good manner. Sebab bila kita tanya je, you kena expect that on daily basis you akan asyik tanya je kan, nanti orang marah. So bila you tanya, you kena jot down, and then you have to listen patiently. Bila tak faham, then you can throw the question that make you to the right way to solve the problems. So that is the real engineer. Besides solving the problem, you kena apa? Communicate lah. Tak boleh kata you nak solve the problem and then you are a very good student. But even though you are a very good student, what challenge you is you can work in team and communicate. So you got nowhere else. You got to communicate upwards and downwards. Upwards dengan siapa? Your superior that is more higher level from you. So you kena ada cara bercakap dengan bos you yang ni. Kita bukan direct tanya, maksudnya bila you nak tanya, you have to analyse first what you understand and what you don't understand, right? Because basically kerja dan belajar tu dua dunia yang berbeza. Selepas you and then kemudian you got to communicate downwards dengan siapa? With the layman workers on site, right? Sebab tadi Lily dah kata engineer awam bekerja dekat site. Bila bekerja kat site, you don't give the instruction dengan layman dengan bahasa yang tinggi. Faham They are a layman person. Layman person is not an engineer. Mereka sangat mahir membuat kerja-kerja buruh. Tetapi sebagai bos, sebagai engineer yang baru, tak kira lah baru atau lama, you kena faham bahawa dengan tiada buruh, you tak boleh buat kerja. Jadi bila bercakap dengan orang bawah, kaedahnya berbeza. So you have to tackle two way of communications, upwards and also downwards. And of course, the third theme is demonstrate the teamwork. Engineer awam mesti bekerja dalam satu pasukan. Kerana apa? You nak, contohnya tadi kalau saya cakap you nak buat jalan. You nak buat jalan, you ada komponen-komponen nak buat jalan kan? Kalau you nak buat rumah pun, there are komponen. Semua komponen-komponen itu akan bermula daripada komponen yang foundation, kemudian you akan pergi kepada komponen structure, lepas tu you akan pergi kepada komponen infra. These are the three main component that being tackled by civil engineer. So you got no way out kerana setiap kerja tidak akan boleh dibuat oleh main contractor alone. The main contractor contohnya dia buat kerja infra. Dia ada subcon yang akan buat piping. Dia ada subcon yang akan buat electrical. So these are that I told you that you got no choice. You got to work in team. Walaupun saya faham mungkin kelas ini I have a lot of very excellent student. But when it's come to work, your wavelength of understanding the work should be the same with all your workers. Kalau you nampak peer you ni lambat, you tak boleh simply marah. Tetapi orang yang baik adalah always patient and listen how to make the team could work well. So yang ni semua ada kan, Calendar Academy UTHM. So please at any time please refer. Especially I just to warn you sekiranya you ada urusan-urusan peribadi yang memerlukan cuti yang please plan it very well. I don't want to suddenly you kata oh you ada vacation, tak boleh. Sebab ini adalah keperluan pembelajaran unless tiba-tiba you sakit. Tapi insyaAllah doa banyak supaya you sihat sepanjang pengajian. So ini adalah Calendar Academy. I believe you can download from PPA website. So these are the structure of the assessment. Assessment saya akan buat quiz 5%. Biasanya saya jarang buat quiz sekali kerana I'm trying my best to give you full mark 5%. So if the quiz as one time maybe not all people so to the minimum maybe saya akan buat 2 atau 3 kali quiz. So from that maybe we will see how to ensure that you got 5%. And then you guys you have individual assignment week 2. So next week I try my best to give the title of the individual assignment, but normally individual assignment will be very general that everybody got to came out with solving a very general problem. And then submission week 7, I will share the slide through the WhatsApp afterward. All right, submission week 7, and then we have the group project that carry out how many percent? This is high portion 20%. But bear in mind, what do you prefer about the group? The group could not must be like to the most 5 people. Okay, all right, 5 people in one group. You want me to segregate or you can segregate on your own? What you prefer? Because I don't want to be to control you too much because you are guy, you are mature enough. If you want me to segregate, I will segregate and pick in jumble, and I will appoint one leader, and then the task of the leader should report to me because I want to ensure everybody in the group play the task. Because normally even it is a group work, I will not give the marks equally to everybody. I will ask the leader together with the peers. Who is not doing the job well, I will reduce their marks based on the task that you are not doing well. Alright? We cannot ensure that everybody say you got 18. But total mark of the group work is 18. Then I will ask again. Do you think everybody deserve to get 18? If you find out some of your, maybe 2 of your team is not giving cooperation, so please tell me. Please tell me, so I'm going to deduct the marks. Alright? So about the group work, before I proceed, normally this class, who is the class rep? Who is the class rep? Class rep siapa ni? Tak ada class rep? Section you memang tak ada class rep Okay, you nak saya yang pick ni? Hello, you guys ada class rep ke tak? Siapa class rep you punya ni? Untuk subjek yang lain? Sebab I normally if sometimes I have problems and I will contact the class rep very early in the morning because not to disturb everybody So later remember you got to, siapa nak jadi class rep ni? Oh Lau, Ken, siapa class rep ni? Lee, Joey, siapa class rep ni? Tak ada class rep semua tak ada? Habis suka-suka, tak ada class rep. Macam mana lah you all ni? Bukan year 1 tak ada class rep. So siapa yang akan coordinate, siapa hantar, siapa tak hantar, tak payah. Tapi but next week definitely if you do not want to suggest the class rep, I will pick one of you to be the class rep. So please you can respond in via the WhatsApp. Okay, you can respond in the WhatsApp if you willing to be the class rep, or else I will next week also I will appoint one class rep. So tak ada so that is the project one. You have two group project. The other project carry out 40%. This project 40%, whereby you have to came out with the physical work. When you resume back week 7 to 14, before we end up the class, I want you to present to me a physical work. Okay, a physical work, because 40% is a lot. So each of the group like 4 you can let one next week got to appoint class rep, and the other one you could suggest to me through the WhatsApp whether you want to whether the group you want to appoint the group on your own, or you want me to appoint. If I appoint the group on my own, I just pick okay, A 2 orang, C 2 orang macam tu. Okay, please so second task to you is appointing group. Appointing group meaning that for the group project, you got 2 group projects, so the 2 group basically you have to settle project 1 and project 2. The difference between project 1 and project 2, for the project 2 you have the physical assignment. Maybe you could conduct a simple system to solve some problems, okay? And the most important thing is test. Test is week 14, okay? Week 14 you do have test. So ingat test mesti hadir. Wajib hadir. Please save the date in your calendar. 6 Julai malam. So jangan tiba-tiba tak datang pula. Okay, you kena ingat CNI ni mudah, very easy going. You don't have final. So we are hoping that you score the test very well. Dan even though the portion is only 30%, but it's carry kalau you tak complete 30%, maksudnya you akan gagal tau. Sebab test adalah wajib. Yang itu you kena tahu. Walaupun you submit project markah ini, tapi di dalam structure of the program, test adalah wajib. Jadi kalau you tak ambil je test, you are disqualified to pass this subject. Any question? No.
No.
So, yes? Faham You, tadi I just want to remind you again, you punya carry mark 70%, test 30. Walaupun carry mark you 70, sekiranya mana-mana student feel to sit for the test. Jadi kalau betul-betul you ada urgency, sakit dan kami have to conduct the retest and retest many times. No. So but if you do not sit for the test, so you are not eligible to pass the subject, because you kena faham subjek yang tiada final, sekiranya ada test itu adalah wajib untuk hadir. Okay, wajib untuk hadir. So these are the weekly plan, but I believe today ni if I manage to scroll the lecture plan, so I start a little bit with the lecture. So basically week 1 we just give you some introduction, also week 2, but sometimes if I able to finish faster, I will get to the next chapter, okay? So week 2 and the same goes week 3, we plan to start with the chapter 2. Chapter 2 also will cover until week 4, and then week 5 we will start with chapter 3, week 5 and 6 for chapter 3. So and when you came to see me physically, I will try to cover chapter 4. If I manage to finish earlier, so that maybe I could cover via the online, okay? Then we have the mid-semester break, and then we will go for the information gathering, how to find information. So this is we will teach you to find the information online, or you can go to the library, okay? How to find journals, how to find research paper to help you. And then chapter 5 is on the research process, okay? Actually, CNI, if you understand, it will help you to start your FYP. Alright, then following that will be chapter 5 again until week 12 before we go to the final chapter, which is innovation project. So week 14, during week 14 also we will have one test. So these are the structure of the test. As for now, question is already done. Okay, before all lecturer, before we meet you, we need to submit the question. So basically, chapter 1 covering 5 marks, chapter 2 10 marks, chapter 3 10 marks, following chapter 4 10, and final chapter 25 marks. Altogether, the marks is 60 marks. Out of the 60 marks, we will take 30%. 30% will be taken as your percentage of percentage of test, okay? Okay, individual assignment, this is actually because I learned notes from Dr. Radin Maya, but it's okay. Later I will came out with the assignment because for her, she is redesigning a public space. But for you, I'm trying another things, alright? So individual assignment, basically this is the format for the individual assignment. Your submission will be 11th of May. So quiz, alright. This is the group work. Okay, that's all. I already shared with you when I asked one by one just now. I already share. Can you guys see the chapter 1? Boleh nampak tak chapter 1 ni?
Boleh kan tak?
Right. Sorry saya tak boleh buat slideshow lah pula sebab sekarang saya pinjam laptop daripada kawan saya. Okay. Chapter 1 is an introduction to creativity and innovation. So in chapter 1, covering on divergent thinking, convergent thinking, versus conversion, and then definitions of innovations, definitions of technopreneur, and then UTHM plan to be a technopreneur university in 2030. Because why? Because we want our student, if you are not being hiring by any company, if you got to have entrepreneur's mindset, you and your team, you and your gang or your teammate could set up a simple business that use whatever knowledge that you already get over your degree time, okay, technopreneur. And then the need for creativity and innovations, why we need technopreneurships, Okay, stimulant to creativity and obstacle. What is the obstacle, right? Okay. Let's just see what is it, creativity. As I mentioned to you just now, creativity is something that you could solve problem by creating ideas. Everybody, of course, you can use your mind to solve the problems. When it comes to creativity, the output of the thinking is different from one person to one person. Some students solve the problem directly. Some students solve the problem indirectly. But when you become an engineer, creativity is very important. Or else, contohnya, uh, you tak boleh nak pergi kerja due to something. You akan stuck. You say that, oh, I could not complete my task. Itu tidak boleh. Contohnya, semasa COVID, how you want to make sure that your design is working well? Maybe you could make a prototype. Okay, example, company you dapat projek baru untuk design satu jambatan. Okay, jambatan tersebut melintasi satu kawasan yang dia punya area tu landai, maksudnya beralun. Kemudian semasa COVID, for the last COVID, most engineer you bekerja dari apa? Work from home bukan tidur. Macam mana nak selesaikan masalah tu when you want to design your ni kan? Selalu you kena pergi apa? SI kan? Bila you dapat projek, you kena pergi site investigation. So apa you kena pergi lagi? Dekat SI apa you kena buat? Saya tanya Siapa yang saya tak tanya saya panggil. Macam Siapa yang willing nak ni? Bila you pergi SI, apa you kena buat? Bila you pergi site investigation, apa you buat dekat site? Apa you guys buat kat site? Sekejap saya tengok kat dalam list ni, nama. Joey buat apa kat site, Joey? Kalau pergi SI?
Buat observation.
Observation. Okay, Joey kata dia buat observation. Selain dia observation, you buat apa dekat site? Sekejap ya, I try to call other student. Alia buat apa kat site, Alia? Selain buat observation, you buat apa masa you pergi site? Now you are in a pipeline to be a civil engineer. Of course, you kena pergi site. Lepas tu you buat observation. Observation tu apa yang Alia kena tengok bila kat site? Alia tak ada Alia? Alia ada tak, Alia? Yi ada tak? Yi, observation tu, what actually you want to observe? Yang ini projek belum masuk apa you kena observe? Apa Yi? Hello? Dengar ke tak? Hello?
Dengar.
So kena buat apa dekat site? Kena observe apa? Yi buat apa Yi dekat site? Actually, bila you pergi site on SI, you buat site investigation, you got to observe what? Nature of the site. Keadaan asal site tu. Keadaan asal site tu, kemungkinan site tu dah ada bangunan lama yang you kena demolish. You nak buat projek, you nak bila jalan nak lalu nanti you kena demolish banyak bangunan. Contohnya, your company plan to construct roadways, connected one point to one point, contohnya 5 kilometer. Jadi sepanjang 5 kilometer you pergi SI tu, you bawa aja handphone, you kena tekan apa dulu? GPS coordinate. Your first channels, sebab macam mana you nak tahu? Kalau betul tanpa COVID, you kena pergi site, you tekan coordinate, mendapatkan coordinate pertama, tempat jalan projek tu mula hingga ke point terakhir 5 km tu kan, channels berapa, dapatkan point coordinate tengok nature of the site. Tapi semasa COVID you tidak boleh pergi. Kalau tidak boleh pergi, apa you boleh guna? You kena gunakan teknologi lah. You kena gunakan Google Earth untuk you dapatkan pandangan site tu sebenarnya macam mana. Kalau dari Google Earth you boleh nampak lah warna hijau mungkin tu adalah pokok, dan kalau ada development pun, ada development yang besar dia akan tunjuklah dalam Google Earth. Jadi walaupun kesukaran itu ada, tetapi you got to try, because if you want to do some design or what, you got to know nature of the site is very important for you before you start anything, sebab itu adalah sangat penting kan. So what is it? The creativity is compilation of your idea. Selepas you dapat idea daripada SI, you pergi SI, you dapat idea, sama ada you pergi SI physically ataupun you buat secara remote, whereby you gunakan Google Maps ataupun Google Earth untuk dapatkan kawasan tersebut adalah dia punya nature. Kemudian you dapat nature, sebab you nak kena tahu apa bila you dapat? You need to understand the land use. Okay, you nak kena tahu land use. Tempat tu digunakan untuk apa? Adakah satu tadi saya kata mungkin tempat tu ada bangunan. Bangunan tu untuk apa? Perumahan ke? Land use dia untuk apa? Untuk kawasan pekan ke? Ada water treatment ke apa? You have to know the land use. Kerana land use memainkan peranan yang sangat penting bagi you untuk design, supaya you dapat elakkan you punya design, structure dan infra menghadap bila ada bencana. Macam bila kawasan tu memang you nampak kawasan tu landai. So kalau kawasan landai, macam mana you nak buat sistem infrastruktur nanti? Paritnya supaya air tu tak termendung. Itu antara perkara-perkara yang you kena ambil kira bila you belajar CNI ni, is to coordinate the ideas. Bila you dapatkan idea itu, you have to you got to integrate kumpulkan semua idea dan integrate into a scientific informations. Alright, scientific information. Kenapa? Bila you telah buat SI, you boleh berfikir nature of the place. Kemudian you boleh benar-benar tahu land use. Bila you benar-benar tahu land use, barulah you boleh tengok data-data lain. Data apa you nak kena tengok? You kena tengok data hujan. Jadi kena tengok taburan hujan. Sebab ini semua sangat penting. Kenapa? Bila you design infra, you kena make sure kedalaman longkang walaupun you ada masmar dan sebagainya adalah sesuai. Kita tak nak nanti baru hujan, tak sampai 20 minit telah berlaku overflow. Kenapa? Longkang-longkang tersebut daripada segi kedalaman, daripada design dia tidak ikut nature kawasan tersebut yang banyak hujan atau kering. Okay? Semua ini adalah environmental factor. Okay? So that is about creativity. So next. Selepas you faham on creativity, okay, kemudian slide selepas ini saya just nak share apakah maksud creativity daripada pengkaji berbeza. Okay, some of us are telling that creativity is a productions of something from the original work to something else. Yang itu. Kemudian there are some of us also say that creativity only when you can able to produce novel. Novel tu apa? Satu idea baru. Dia kata kalau itu creativity according to Moffat, dia kata sesuatu itu adalah creativity if you are able to produce the novel idea. Tapi sebenarnya creativity ni tak semestinya. Novel tu maksudnya idea baru. Bila you cakap idea baru, dia bukan semestinya baru betul-betul. Mungkin contohnya you dah tahu ada certain kawasan macam Peck Raja ni pernah banjir besar 2006 and the event macam 15 tahun sekali ni mampu. Jadi bila you design sistem, you mesti ambil kira 10 hingga 15 tahun sekali mungkin banjir. Jadi bila mungkin banjir, how you want to solve on the infra ini bukanlah benar-benar baru, tetapi mungkin you boleh masukkan elemen-elemen lain to ensure that kalau contohnya kalau you buat rumah, you dah tahu tempat tu mungkin banjir 10 tahun atau 15 tahun. Jadi sebelum you buat rumah, you kena buat apa? You kena tambak dululah kawasan tersebut melebihi daripada aras yang biasa banjir. You tak boleh kata ratakan tanah, lepas tu next you buat foundation. Tidak boleh. Kenapa? Nanti satu taman tu akan tenggelam. You suka atau tidak suka, bila you came out with the cost of the house, you kena make sure kawasan yang akan dijadikan foundation ini, adakah dia kawasan yang betul-betul, dia tak boleh kawasan tu macam kolam nanti dia akan menampung air. Jadi untuk elakkan dia jadi macam tu, you kena tambak dulu setinggi berapa? Satu kaki berapa, supaya nanti sekiranya banjir berlaku, apakah flood event yang tertinggi, 2 kaki ke apa. Jadi bila you tambak, you mesti tambak melebihi daripada aras tersebut supaya kawasan tersebut tidaklah mengalami banjir. Ataupun selain kalau you nak tambak minimum, kemudian ada option hidrolik yang lain. Contohnya untuk elakkan air itu termenung dan pergi, you kena ada option macam apa? Macam you kena ada pond. You kena ada dry pond atau wet pond. Bila dia musim panas, dia akan jadi dry pond. Bila musim hujan, air akan dialirkan di takungan tersebut, dia akan menjadi wet pond. Jadi sebagai jurutera, it's unnecessary the idea is novel. Tetapi it based on how useful your idea, not now, maybe in the future. Alright? But according to Edward, creativity is a process also to develop or to improve. Ni semua saya dah terangkan tadi Okey, selain daripada itu, ada soalan? Senyap je ni, dah tidur ke apa puasa-puasa? Hopefully you are still here. Okey, selain daripada menerangkan berkaitan dengan proses, dan maksudnya bila you ada proses, you kena ada end product. Outputnya apa? Output tu lah kalau you design, you nak dapatkan apa? So, from first slide, I already tried to share with you, but I'm trying my best to share the ideas on civil engineering area to develop of ideas. And then bila you dengan kawan you berfikir pun, kedua-dua orang yang sama tengok contohnya saya bagi you tengok pokok, kedua-duanya akan interpret it differently kan. Okay, because both of you have different minds, so you will think it differently. So bila you tengok dengan jawapan yang berbeza, kerana setiap orang bila dia tengok sesuatu, dia punya tafsiran tu adalah berbeza. Okay, and then that is how we want to find the solution. Bila you ada satu masalah, bila you all work in a team, you got to synchronize the solution one by one. Which are the solution could be the best result based on the existing problem. Itu adalah sangat-sangat penting. So you bila jadi engineer, you are not working alone. You are working in a team. So when it's come to the solution, you cannot say the ideas, the solution that you try to share is the best one. So ini contoh aja, tapi biasanya kan saya dalam exam I would prefer if you could use example in civil engineering. Dalam kelas ni kita share sesuatu tentang coklat. When it's come to coklat, siapa suka makan coklat? Kita ada we have various brand of coklat. Kemudian coklat juga kita ada different type based on the cocoa punya content kan. We have the dairy one, we have the dark chocolate, we have the white chocolate. And then setiap coklat bergantung kepada brand, and then cocoa content will differentiate according to the brand. So contohnya kalau brand Cadbury, what will trigger your mind? Cadbury with the sweet and creamy. Kalau kita ada orang dia suka makan coklat Cadbury kerana dia suka rasanya yang more creamy. Kalau macam saya suka makan dark chocolate. Because when I getting more older, I prefer the dark chocolate because why? It is less sugar. So when it's less sugar, actually it can control your diet as well. So kalau coklat yang kedua ni kita panggil is a Valor chocolate, sugar free. This is like a dark chocolate lah. Bila you beli dark chocolate pula, you ada kepelbagaian. Yang ada 50% coklat, 70% coklat and 90% coklat. Kepelbagaian itu akan menyebabkan rasa coklat tu berbeza lah kan. And then ada coklat yang no refined sugar, dia pakai alternative. Mungkin dia pakai monk sugar, mungkin dia pakai coconut sugar, alternative sugar. Tapi when it's come to exam or test, I prefer if you could give an example which is significant to civil engineering program, because I think I already shared with you just now a more relevant example to civil engineering. Okay. What is it? Apa ciri-ciri kreatif? Kalau you seorang yang kreatif ni, apa ciri-cirinya? Contohnya, kreatif tu macam mana? Kreatif boleh dinikan dengan apa? Orang yang kreatif ni biasanya orang yang macam mana? Orang yang macam mana kreatif? Mazlina, orang yang macam mana kreatif? Mazlina, orang yang macam mana kreatif? Sekejap, saya nak kena tengok nama baru you boleh jawab. Kalau tak saya panggil aja student PAK saya ramai dalam kelas ni. Senang lah saya panggil sebab diorang ni saya tak jumpa lagi tapi dia dekat di hati saya. Mazlina ada lagi tak? Mazlina, dah tak ada Mazlina? Sekejap ya. Oh, dah nak habis kan? Sekejap tadi saya pun start lambat, so saya akan habiskan pukul 12. Sekejap saya cari nama orang yang lain. Dah tengah hari ni. Jangan diam-diam. Kalau diam-diam nanti lagi saya tanya. Sorry sebab laptop saya hanging, lepas tu dia asyik shut down saja. So I would like to trace sebab saya pakai laptop kawan saya jadi nama you tak ada dalam ni. Abdul Rashid. 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 Assalamualaikum.
Dengar tak?
Ingatkan Rashid dah tidur dah. Tengah hari kan? Belum boleh kailula Rashid baru pukul 11.
Tak.
Kalau orang tu kreatif, biasanya orang yang macam mana yang kata, oh dia ni kreatif lah. Macam ni you boleh ini out of the ni lah, bukan kreatif sebagai jururawat awam lah. Macam ni you boleh cakap seseorang itu kreatif based on your observation, you nampak orang yang macam mana you katakan kreatif?
Jenis yang suka bagi idea, share idea macam tu.
Selain daripada idea, dia macam mana? Kalau dia macam mana? Suka melukis? You tengok output dia kan?
Tengok.
Contohnya ada engineer dia buat lakaran projek, Rashid akan nampak bila tengok dia kan, lukisan dia cantik je. Tapi dia memang dilahirkan kreatif di tangan. Faham sebab dia ada skills kreatif ada skill ni mungkin lah dari parents, dari adik-beradik you, memang you kreatif, suka melukis, suka apa. Okey. Selain daripada itu, sebagai engineer, kita bukan kata semua orang yang tak boleh melukis dengan cantik itu tidak kreatif, tidak. Kreatif di sini berbeza Faham Rashid? Jadi kreatif yang lukisan tu berbeza. Kreatif dalam CNN ni berbeza kerana semua orang mampu selesaikan masalah. Walau bagaimanapun pandangan dia, idea dia mungkin berbeza. Kerana setiap orang ni we have our own brain kan untuk berfikir. Jadi antara ciri-ciri kreatif ni, how sensitive you are. How sensitive you are to solve the problem. You ni sensitif tak? Bila ada satu problem, sensitif ni macam mana? Bila kita bagi problem hari ni contohnya hari ni saya bagi you all 2 task. Satu, boleh tak cari seorang kelas rep? Kalau tak boleh nanti saya carikan yang kedua, projek nak buat macam mana, saya bagikan group ke ataupun you bagi. Tapi kalau saya bagikan group, jangan marah. Mungkin you tak suka dia ni sebab dia ni malas, saya tak tahu. Jadi bila saya dah bagi group, jangan nak tukar-tukar. Saya kata satu group 5 hingga 6 orang. Okey, ni group work. Okey, group work you tak boleh buat seorang-seorang, bukan siapa yang buat seorang-seorang saya terus potong markah. Jadi how sensitive you are to solve the problem. Bila you sensitive, you akan cepat tackle the problem untuk selesaikan. Bila you tak sensitive kan, nantilah. Bila once you cakap nanti je, it doesn't show that you are sensitive enough. Okay. And then selain daripada sensitive to the problem, are you independent thinking? Independent thinking, bila you nampak satu masalah, you terus mampu bagi cadangan. If the problem is easy, maybe you are able to straight away give an ideas. But you have to be more careful as a civil engineer. Not all problems are easy kan. There are certain problems are complicated. Maybe when it comes to that, you have to depend to your superior. Bila you depends pada your superior tu bukan kata you tidak independent. Bila you nak refer pada mereka juga, you have, as what I told you earlier, you have to list out first. Apa yang you faham, at what stage yang you faham. Kemudian paras mana yang you tidak faham. Okay. So it shows that you must be independent and then the percentage of independent is different from 1% to 1%. And then you must have your own reasonable level lah to solve the problem. Jangan bila superior tanya je, you give the answer, I don't know. Every single thing, when you work later, when you are in my class, it's okay. But when you work later, bila orang bagi you task, you tidak boleh terus cakap tak tahu. Tidak. Say no. Myself, I've been working more than 22 years. I always talk to my juniors lah. If task was given to you, never say no first, because task ini berbeza. Ada yang senang, susah. Now I think after 22 years working at UTHM, I think I already grab all the information untuk buat as academician as well as administrator. Jadi I should be able to train people to think at least the wavelength at par lah, macam macam lebih kurang sama, nanti mungkin setelah satu masa dia boleh berfikir untuk selesaikan masalah tu lebih kurang sama. Sebab saya telah bekerja 22 tahun, saya telah melalui saya akan habiskan slide ni and then when you already give a reasonable levels of intelligence to solve, you must have imagination. Imagination, berfikir untuk kalau you buat design macam ni sepatutnya you boleh solve problems. Okay, sebab mungkin company you ini bukan projek yang pertama yang dia dapat. Kalau bukan projek yang pertama dia dapat mudah, tetapi mungkin ini adalah projek yang pertama. Mungkin selama ini dia biasa buat jalan kampung. Tadi saya cakap jalan kan. Selepas ini company you upgrade pula. Dia nak bid pula bukan jalan kampung. Dia nak bid projek buat jalan bandaran. Ataupun dia tak buat jalan bandaran. Dia nak buat divider. Ini adalah entiti jalan. Walau macam mana pun spek setiap entiti itu berbeza. Contohnya jalan kampung dia ada ketebalan berbeza. Jalan bandaran dia ada ketebalan berbeza. Materialnya, design material juga berbeza jalan kampung dan bandaran. Kenapa untuk jalan kampung kita ada limit speed kan? Jalan bandaran pula the speed limit is higher, tetapi kita sebagai engineer you tidak boleh abaikan keselamatan pengguna. Jadi itu yang saya kata, you mesti berfikir secara konsep supaya you punya solution itu dapat membantulah selesaikan masalah. And always be positive. Always be positive. Kenapa? Tidak ada satu kerja pun yang mudah dalam hidup ini. Tak ada. Walaupun kita mati nanti, dia tak mudah hidup dalam kubur tu tau. Kalau kita jahat nanti, banyaklah azabnya. Kalau you seorang yang baik, you tenang. Jadi itulah every single thing, masalah yang you ada, you have to receive it in a positive manner first. Sebab ini sangat-sangat membantu you lah kalau you can stick in a positive manner. And then kadang-kala you kena mengambil risiko. Tetapi jangan bila you nak ambil risiko, you kena buat risk analysis dulu. You all dah belajar belum ekonomi dan perniagaan? You all dah ambil belum subjek ni? Subjek ekonomi dah ambil belum?
Belum.
Belum. Okey. Jadi kalau belum ambil, nanti you ada satu subjek ekonomi, you akan diajar untuk belajar SWOT analysis. Kenapa SWOT analysis itu penting? You kena tahu kekuatan company you dan kelemahan company you. Dan juga you kena tahu kelebihan you punya pesaing di luar. Dan apakah dia kelemahan. Sebab bila kita nak dapat projek ni, you kena dapat habiskan projek mengikut you punya BQ dan dalam tempoh masa tertentu. Jadi itu adalah reputation company. Sekiranya engineer dapat menyelesaikan dengan baik, maka risk dia adalah rendah lah. Tapi sebagai jurutera, decision you perlu take the risk. Tak ada decision, tak ada risk, okay? So you kena menjiwai lah, get to the heart of the problem. Tak boleh buat. Kenapa jadi engineer? Sebab nak dapat kerja. Sebab nak pakai kereta besar. Tak boleh. Kenapa? Semua task yang kita dapat itu adalah amanah untuk kita selesaikan. Bila you dah dapat selesai. Contohnya walau saya mengajar online, saya diamanahkan untuk mengajar. Contohnya pagi tadi laptop saya rosak. Saya try cari sahabat-sahabat saya yang tak ada kelas untuk pinjam. Sebab itu amanah kepada saya. Pagi ni saya kena mengajar you. Macam mana pun saya kena ni. Dan kemudian apa amanah kepada you sebagai pelajar? Amanah kepada you sebagai pelajar, apabila saya mengajar, saya tidak akan membaca je nota ni. Saya akan explain. Jadi bila saya explain, amanah kepada you adalah untuk you dengar, catat apa yang perlu dan berada di dalam online dengan keadaan yang sedar. Okey, dengan keadaan yang sedar. Kerana nanti bukan saya yang pergi peksa you. Faham So, I stop at slide 8. So, today saya berhenti di slide 8 So, nanti saya akan sambung minggu depan. So, any question before I finish the class? Ada soalan? Kena tahu hari ni saya dah ajar kenapa, apa itu creativity thinking, kenapa dia penting untuk kejuruteraan awam, kreativiti itu apa dan akhirnya apa sifat-sifat kreativiti. Ada soalan? Tak ada? Tak ada?
Tadi doktor.
Tak ada
Tak ada.
Subjek ni senang, tapi bila senang you jangan malas. Okay, kalau you malas, you are not going to score. Subjek ni patutnya boleh score A+. Tapi bukan saya kata, oh saya takkan. If you deserve to get A+, I will give you. So, kalau sesiapa ada masalah, you can, I already create the WhatsApp group. Please ensure you enjoy the join the WhatsApp group. Kalau ada kawan-kawan you yang tak join lagi, ask them to join the WhatsApp group. And then if you malu nak tanya dalam group, you can WhatsApp me personally, but please introduce yourself because I do not have your contact number. So, sekiranya tidak ada soalan, with that, saya doakan yang baik-baik di bulan Ramadan ini for the non-Muslim also. I will pray for your health in kampung and please stay safe. So, kita jumpa minggu depan. Okay. Assalamualaikum. Bye. Okay, Assalamualaikum.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Doktor.
Thank you, Doktor.
Bye.